we run a series of activities for both parent summer camps, and then code clubs for the schools, or even introducing coding in the schools. But anybody that participates in our program, we're organizing a talent search where we're looking for the very most promising 12 young Nigerians. And with the support of organizations like NIDA, we're taking them to international global events where they will compete and, of course, take their experience to the next level. Remember that coding can also be a profession. So we're saying two things here now. There's one that improves your performance in school. It engages your creativity. And then it is an opportunity to go into the career of being a coder, more or less, and possibly a very rich young person.
Mr. Joshua, there are parents who are bothered that their children, growing up, children used to play outside, but these days children are stuck on the computers. Won't this, when you bring up this coding thing now, won't it make it worse? I mean, now they're stuck on the PlayStations and all of those things. They hardly go out to play. Bringing up another thing about coding, how would that balance? How do you think parents can balance out?
Okay, have you heard about digital citizenship, where the world is going global, and if you are not within the parameter of learning how to use your techie stuff, social media and all that, and creating content, you're off. So this is a century where things have changed. So the thing is that parents should not be bothered. Parents should be bothered about them not using the content to generate new things. I'm bothered when my child plays non-stop with games because he's not really learning anything. But what we're doing, we're changing the paradigm shift for kids to be more innovative, in the sense that we're providing them tools, skills for the 21st century that will take them from where they are to the next level, and they will be able to mingle with their counterparts globally. So there has to be a paradigm shift in Nigeria, and that's happening because I've had so many parents, oh, my child knows how to play games, my child can do this. But I tell them that, yes, your child can do this, but what about the content? Can they do things like there are these boys, my children go to Green Springs, and there are these two boys, I don't know their names, they actually sat down, they started coding at the age of 8, 9, and they got bored, and they just woke up one day and said, let's build a browser for mobile apps, and they called it Crocodile browser. And then it competes better than Mozilla browsers. So yes, in Nigeria, yes, two Nigerian boys in Green Springs School, Anthony. I don't know their names. I should have done my research. But things have changed, and right now all over the world they're talking about them. They are everywhere. People want to meet with them because they're changing the paradigm landscape. They're Nigerians and see what's happening. So I think they're not 10, sorry, they're now, I think they're 13 and 14
now.
But they started the journey at a young age, and what we want to do is to start that journey from 5 and above. Catch them young. That's it. Catch them young and let them be creators of content. Let them not be consumers, because Nigerians are consuming. We need to move away from consuming to be able to create.
Okay, now let's talk about this 4-day boot camp.
Yes.
When is this starting? How can I get on board or get my children on board?
Yes, so we actually have a series of activities. Now that the holidays are here, we have the boot camps that we run in Lagos and Abuja, where you can do a 1-week period and get introduced into. So the intention is to let the children know that it's easy and it's fun, actually. It's not as complicated as it sounds when the professionals talk about it. And the children tend to surprise you. So we have the venues. Before I continue answering your question, I'd like to speak a little bit more about parents being afraid of their children spending all their time on computers. I will encourage parents, rather than buy your child a smartphone, buy your child a computer. The smartphone helps the child to use the tool. The computer helps the child to create.
Exactly.
And possibly get rich in the process. So they're still engaged, and they're actually much more engaged. When a child is creating their own game, they are much more engaged than when they're actually trying to play a game that somebody else created. So you're still interesting them, but in a more positive manner. So we encourage parents, buy laptops for your children. Some of them are cheaper than some smartphones that some parents buy for their children. So for parents that can buy laptops for their children, we encourage them to come to the camps.
Are these pictures of some of the workshops you've had?
Oh, yes. These are some of you can see very young children.
So what you do, you
see the excitement in their face.
You put them in groups. Do they work in groups or they work?
There are different ages. There are different types of applications. There are those that are used to create games. There are those that are used to create mobile apps. There are those that are used to do animation, tell a story. So it depends on what you're interested in and what your age category is that we group them into.
Okay, so when is this particular camp going to start? How can people get on board? Because I'm sure, as you say, you don't are excited already.
Yes, so from this Tuesday, in Lagos, Charms City in Ikeja.
These are some of the things that were done by...
Oh, yeah, by some of the children, yes.
Yeah, these are the mobile apps.
These are the mobile apps.
These are the mobile apps, and this is the...
This is a
game. This is a game.
And then in Abuja, also in Charms in Area 11 in Abuja, our contact numbers are available. That
your
people can call.
It's called
codenigeria.com, codeweeknigeria.com, and then on Facebook, Code Nigeria. The contact numbers that people can call, if you can give the numbers for Lagos.
00 9177
9177
6900
6900 080 9177
6900.
Okay.
00274
274
12600.
12600.
I just wanted to highlight something. You said that do they work in groups? They don't. One of the policies that we do is to make sure that the children work independently with the systems. It's a system to a child. So through that, they're able to engage better in what they're doing.
But the platform on which the children will work is an interactive one.
It's interactive.
So it talks back to them.
No, it's not that. You have your facilitators.
So they
teach them. So we have the whiteboard. So everything is going. So
what are the restrictions to be part of this camp?
The restrictions.
I mean, criteria to be part of this camp.
You just need to be interested.
Just need to be interested.
And is there any fee?
Of course, there are fees.
Okay.
So what we've done, like you said, is to subsidize as much as we can. Starting with just getting the self-learning kits, which is just as little as 5,000. And then if you are able to bring your own laptop, then you spend as little as just 20,000. Our interest is to work with whatever you have to engage your children.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have contacts also for Abuja, 08101 000101.
08101 000101.
Yeah. Okay. And then also 08101 000
plenty of numbers.
08101
888.
So that's for those in Abuja.
Yes.
Okay, but those in Lagos can call 08091 776 900 or 0802 741 2600. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We've been speaking with the director, Code Nigeria, Mr. Sola Bickersteth, and also another director, Mrs. Dele Tejuoso. Thank you both for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So if you have a 5-year-old, 5 to 16 years, well, Code Nigeria. And this is the holiday. This holiday? Well, call those numbers and see what you can do with your children while they're on holiday. But we will take a moment and come back for that home stretch. You don't want to go away.